Welcome everyone. A very good evening to all our friends and families from Marsiling-Yew Tee. Sembawang. And can I know any residents from Woodlands? My name is Shabirin.
I'm Zaki. And I'm Henny. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us. Your presence is important. It shows your care, your belief, and your support for what we can do together.
We know times have changed. The world feels different. Things move fast, and challenges come from us from all sides. But tonight, we are standing here with hope in our hearts and strong belief that we can shape a better future together.
Cheer! Come on, guys. I don't want to hear any no noises from you guys.
Give us your loudest roar!
Yeah. All right. We are here because we believe this is our chance to show you that we are not just for the short sprint. It's for the long run that matters. We too bring in fresh ideas, take bold steps, and build a future that works for all of us. We are here to serve you, support you, and stand with you. We are PAP!
Without further ado, let us welcome our first local speaker to open up this rally with his sharing, Mr. Ramasamy Raghunathan.
Round of applause, guys, to Mr. Ramasamy.
Let's welcome him on stage.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I welcome you all. I'll be speaking in Tamil. Please bear with me. முதலில் அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இங்கு மேடைக்கு வர இருக்கும் நம்முடைய அன்பான பிரதமர் திரு லாரன்ஸ் வாங் அவர்களுக்கு என் முதல் வணக்கம் மற்றும் அமைச்சர் திரு ஆங்கிய கான், மூத்த துணை அமைச்சர் திரு சக்கி முகமது, நமது மேயர் அலெக்சியாம் அவர்களுக்கும், நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினர் திருவாட்டி ஹனிசோ அவர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினர் திருவாட்டி போலிசான் அவர்களுக்கும் என் அன்பும் மரியாதையும் நிறைந்த வணக்கங்கள். என் யூடி மற்றும் மார்சிலிங் சகவாசிகளே வணக்கம். நான் யூடி கிரசன் பகுதியில் உங்களுடன் வசிக்கும் சகவாசி ரகுநாதன். இன்று இந்த மேடையில் உங்களை சந்திப்பதில் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். கடந்த 5 ஆண்டுகளில் நம் பகுதியில் நடைபெற்ற முன்னேற்றங்களை பார்க்கும் பொழுது நம் அன்பு மேயர் அலெக்சியாம் அவர்களுக்கும் நம் அன்பிற்கினிய பிரதமர் லாரன்ஸ் வாங் அவர்களுக்கும் என் நன்றியை தெரிவிக்க வேண்டியது என் கடமை என்று நினைக்கிறேன். கடந்த 5 ஆண்டுகளில் நடைபெற்ற பலவிதமான முன்னேற்றங்கள் பலருக்கும் நன்மை பயக்கக்கூடியதாக இருந்தது. சென்ற வாரம் அவர்கள் அறிவித்த அடுத்த 5 ஆண்டு திட்டங்கள் அனைவரையும் உள்ளடக்கிய திட்டங்களாக இருந்தன. அதில் புதிய மருத்துவமனையுடன் கூடிய யூடி சமூக மன்றம் மற்றும் மூத்த குடிமக்களுக்கான வீடு, டவுன் டவுன் ரயில் இணைப்பு திட்டம் மற்றும் பயண நேரத்தை குறைத்து அருகில் இருக்கும் சுங்கைக்காடு வளர்ச்சி திட்டம் நம் பகுதியின் மேன்மையை உயர்த்தும் என்பதில் எனக்கு எந்த அளவும் சந்தேகமில்லை. அடுத்ததாக ஜோச்சிகாங் நார்த் 7 சாலையை அருகில் இருக்கும் உட்லண்ட் சாலையுடன் இணைக்கும் திட்டமும் உள்ளது. நம்முடைய வேண்டுகோளுக்கு இணங்க புதிய 979 எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பேருந்து சேவையை அளித்து நம் மாணவர்கள் எளிதாக புக்கிபாஞ்சாங் வரை சென்று சேர வழிவகுத்தனர். அது மட்டுமல்ல, கிரீன் காரிடார் மற்றும் கம்போங் பெவிலியன் உடன் கூடிய புதிய பூங்கா நம்முடைய யூடியின் இயற்கை அழகை மேலும் வலுப்படுத்தின. இந்த வளர்ச்சியின் நடுவே நானும் வாழும் யூடி கிரசன் வாசியாக இந்த புதிய சேவைகள் மற்றும் பசுமை நிறைந்த சூழலால் பெருமை அடைகிறேன். இங்கு ஒரு முக்கியமான அனுபவத்தை நான் பகிர விரும்புகிறேன். உங்களுக்கு தெரிந்திருக்கும், கோவிட்-19 வைரஸ் பரவிய ஆரம்ப காலகட்டத்தில் உங்களைப் போல் நானும் என் குடும்பமும் பாதிக்கப்பட்டோம். அந்த நேரத்தில் உண்மையில் நம் மேயரும் நம் பிரதமரும் நம் கம்யூனிட்டி சென்டர் சமூக மன்றமும் இணைந்து எவ்வாறு உதவி செய்தார்கள், எங்களை எப்படி சொல்லப்போனால் பாதுகாத்தார்கள் என்பதை என்னால் மறக்க முடியாது. நிச்சயமாக நான் அவர்களுக்காக கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன். UTCC இந்தியன் ஆக்டிவிட்டி எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் கமிட்டி மூலமாகவும் மேயரின் அறிவுறுத்தலின்படியும் அனைத்து இந்திய விழாக்களையும் நாம் தொடர்ந்து நடத்தியிருக்கிறோம். உதவி தேவைப்படும் அனைத்து இந்திய குடும்பங்களையும் நேரடியாக சென்று உதவி அளித்திருக்கிறோம். இவ்வாறு பலவித உதவிகளையும் கடந்த 5 ஆண்டுகளாக செய்து வரும் நிலையில் இன்று நாம் தேர்ந்தெடுக்க போகும் மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி வேட்பாளர்கள் அனைவரும் மேலும் சிறப்பாக செயல்படுவார்கள் என்பதில் எனக்கு எந்த ஐயமும் இல்லை. திருக்குறள் ஒன்று உண்டு, அது இதனால் இவன் முடிக்கும் என்றாய்ந்து அதனை அவன் கண் விடல். அதாவது நல்லதை நல்ல முறையில் செய்பவர்களிடம் அந்த விஷயத்தை விட்டுவிட வேண்டும் என்பார்கள். அதனைப் போல் இந்த நாட்டை முன்னேற்ற பாதையில் கொண்டு செல்லக்கூடிய மக்கள் செயல் கட்சியிடமே நாம் இந்த நாட்டை ஒப்படைக்க வேண்டும். மிகச்சிறந்த முறையில் இதுவரை நடத்தி வரும் மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கு நாம் வாக்களிக்க வேண்டும். நாம் செலுத்தும் ஒவ்வொரு வாக்கும் நம் நாட்டை முன்னேற்ற பாதையில் கொண்டு செல்ல வேண்டும். தேவையற்ற குழப்பங்களுக்கு இடம் கொடாமல் தீர்க்கமாக ஒரு முடிவெடுத்து இந்த முறை மக்கள் செயல் கட்சியை இன்னும் பலமான முறையில் வெற்றி பெற செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். மஜுலா PAP, மஜுலா Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC, மஜுலா சிங்கப்பூரா. நன்றி.
Thank you, Mr. Ramasamy. Our next guest speaker is a familiar face. Let's hear from our ever-grounded, our former MP, Mr. Ong Teng Kun.
各位Marsiling-Yew Tee 和300万亲爱的选民，大家好！我真正感谢大家安尼多年来接受咱，当咱是家己人。我真正感谢大家。用咱这个机会，拿了这道Marsiling-Yew Tee 和300万的选区，为咱厝边朋友、兄弟姊妹做淡薄功课，为大家服务，感谢你！我今日。有几句话爱甲大家讲，这届大选是一个真正重要的大选，因为它关系到咱新加坡甲咱新加坡人民的前途。当今世界的环境真正复杂，大变化。美国和中国的关系愈来愈紧张，影响到全世界的经济和安全的问题。为着咱小小的新加坡带来真大的一个头痛，真大的一个考验。这60年来，咱 PAP。甲咱新加坡的人民手牵手做阵打拼，这60年来 ，PAP 将咱的新加坡变作一个全世界欧陆无老气的新加坡。这60年来。PAP 关心咱人民，照顾咱人民，虽然不是十全十美的，但是不骗过咱人民。李光耀、吴作栋、李显龙，到咱新的总理 Lawrence Wong， 绝对袂将咱新加坡甲咱新加坡人的前途拿来跋筊，因为咱的 BNP 是一个好的政府，咱的 BNP 是一个爱人民的政府。政府听到你的声音，知影这阵外口，各项物件都在起价，柴米油盐杂配、酒业甲徛厝的问题的艰苦，咱都会知影。BNP 会甲你做阵面对，解决这侪问题，唔惊。风雨这么大，坎坷小路偌歹行，BNP 会甲你做阵行。最后，我会甲大家讲，咱的候选人 Lawrence Wong 无第二句的 Number One 的。Number one， Lawrence Wong， 伊的心真正好，伊会关心人民，伊会照顾人民。但是伊唔是单单咱的好总理，伊本是咱的好朋友。所以我希望你向 Lawrence Wong 一个高力的选票，向伊中选，向 BNP 中选，你讲好无 ？Lawrence Wong， 我啦 ，BNP 我啦，新加坡我啦，感谢你，真正感谢你。
A rousing applause for Mr. Ong Teng Koon. Louder, everyone, louder for the PAP. Thank you, Mr. Ong Teng Koon. Now I want to know, where is Marsiling-Yew Tee? Where is Marsiling-Yew Tee? Marsiling-Yew Tee, welcome our candidates. For Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, Mr. Zaki Mohamad, Mr. Alex Yam, and Miss Henny So. All right, at this juncture, this will be a perfect photo opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look into the devices right ahead of you and give everyone a big continuous smile, bow, and wave. All right, we are good.
Now, I would like to invite our special guest speaker candidate from Sembawang to join us on stage to take their seats. Miss Bolisan, Sembawang West SMC.
Now let us put our hands together for our first Marsiling-Yew Tee candidate, change maker from Good Group, Miss Henny So.
Dear voters, residents of Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC, friends from Sembawang GRC, and Sembawang West SMC, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, selamat malam, malam male, 大家晚上好。 me begin my speech tonight by saying a few words first in Malay, followed by Mandarin and in English. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saudara-saudari sekalian, selamat malam. Terima kasih atas sokongan anda sepanjang 5 tahun ini. Saya amat tersentuh hati. Saya tahu bahasa Melayu, saya belum sempurna. Tapi saya tidak pernah berhenti belajar. Kerana saya mahu lebih dekat dengan anda semua. Saya percaya tindakan lebih kuat daripada kata-kata. Saya telah tunaikan janji kepada anda dan ketua-ketua karya. Solat tarawih dan solat berjamaah kini lebih selesa. Khasnya dalam bulan Ramadan. Bas nombor 967 kini memudahkan perjalanan ke Masjid Yusof Ishak, Woodlands Health Campus dan Marsiling-Yew Tee Woodlands Stadium. Saya dengar suara anda. Saya ambil maklum. Dan saya akan terus berkhidmat dengan sepenuh hati untuk anda. Masa senang atau suka, saya tetap bersama anda. Itulah janji saya. Berilah saya peluang ini. Undilah PAP. 大家晚上好。有人最近说我们人民行动党这60年来一成不变。对于这项指控，我不同意。这60年来，我们人民行动党与国人一同经历了许多的风风雨雨，每一次所面临的困境与挑战都大大不同。就像我阿嬷所经历的河水山大火，我父亲那一年代的金融危机，到我们这一代刚经历过的冠状疫情，这一切都大大不同。不过我们都一一克服了，因为每一次我们都全民上下携手同心，因为我们知道我们有一个心系国人，会为我们做长远打算，并与时并进来捍卫我们家园的人民行动党政府，对不对？5年前，我非常荣幸地加入了我们马西岭游池的团队，有幸为我们的林景区 Woodgrove 的居民们服务。对我来说，这是一项使命，因为身为人民行动党的我们从不把这一切当成是理所当然的。我非常珍惜，也感激选民们给予我的信任与爱戴。这5年来，我细心用心地聆听了民声，尽心尽力地把每一件居民给予我委托的事做好。我与大家一起走出了冠状疫情的阴霾，携手打造了一个具有凝聚力与关怀彼此的活跃社区。在这一次的大选中，我希望您能再一次的支持我们的人民行动党。请让我和人民行动党的党员们继续为您服务，与您同在，为您排忧解难。请投人民行动党一票，谢谢。To my dearest Woodgrove residents, good evening. Tonight, I stand here feeling very grateful. Grateful for your trust, your partnership, and your belief in me, in PAP, and in what we have achieved together today and thus far. For the past 5 years, we have welcomed many changes in Woodgrove. You have empowered me to ensure that the essentials of providing a better home for you through improvement projects with added amenities are being carried out timely. I have on numerous occasions spoken up for you in the Parliament, bring your wishes to come into fruition, from the introductions of shared parental leave to launching our new bus 967 earlier this year, connecting all of us here to join us here this evening to Woodlands Stadium. Over the years, many of you have become my friends, my comrades, working with me on the ground, hand in hand, together, to support me and to serve our residents together. I cherish all of your trust with great humility. For the past 5 years, I have worked with you to turn many of our aspirations into actions and co-created an active and vibrant community in Woodgrove. We are stronger together. This election is never just about me, but about you and about us, together in Marsiling-Yew Tee, in Singapore. You will ask me, what will the next 5 years be in Woodgrove, with me and with the PAP? To the aspiring parents-to-be and the families with young children, I say, I will continue to be your strong ally and create a Woodgrove that is made for families. To our seniors, I say, lifts will be installed at overhead bridges to allow you to travel across to places such as Marsiling Mall and Woodlands Stadium. And I promise you to better equip you to stay active, happy, and healthy to enjoy your golden years. To the youths, I say, I hear you. We will support you as you embark on the journey of different phases of your life. Come join me, and we will fulfill our hopes and our aspirations of making Singapore, in making Marsiling-Yew Tee a home for you, for me, and for all of us here. To my dearest Woodgrove residents, I say, our journey is an unfinished one. With your continued support, as your PAP candidate, if elected, I pledge to remain your voice in the Parliament, be your ally in tough times, and be your partner in celebrating moments of joy. Together, we can build on our progress and bring the plans we have co-created to life in the months and years ahead, from estate upgrading to improving your connectivity and provision of better infrastructures and amenities. So let us all stay united, keep moving forward confidently and optimistically. Please give me the honor of serving you again. Let's shape a future we can all be proud of in Woodgrove, in Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC, in Singapore. Majulah Singapura! Majulah PAP! Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Henny. Everyone, let's welcome also Mr. Ong Yi Kang.
I'm not speaking yet. Sorry for being late.
All right, our very first special guest speaker coming up is from the newly formed Sembawang West SMC. Let's give a warm welcome to Miss Polisan.
Dear residents of Sembawang West, residents of Sembawang GRC, residents of Marsiling-Yew Tee, and all our friends from Singapore, very good evening to all of you. 晚上好. Selamat malam. Welcome. A dependable leader, a committed voice, a dedicated champion for your concerns. This is the kind of person who you want to be in Parliament, who you deserve to be in Parliament. And this is the kind of person who I have strove to be in the last 5 years, and I want to continue to be in Chapter 2 for Sembawang West. For the past 5 years, I've walked with you, I've listened to you, I've brought your voices to Parliament, I've fought for the issues that matter for you most, from upgrading infrastructure to improve public health care, to supporting seniors, to creating more opportunities for our young people. Chapter 1 was about listening to all your feedback, hitting the ground running, laying the foundation with many improvements, and that was only in Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is about building on that momentum together. What you are voting for in this GE is for Chapter 2. And we have made real progress together. I've met and assisted more than 10,000 residents over the past 5 years. We have held more than 500 community events and more than 140 events for our seniors. We started 16 sports clubs and also more than 30 weekly exercise programs. We have planted close to 100 trees, organized sustainability programs, including recycling drives and also distribution of rescue foods and vegetables. We have implemented Project Robakia, reducing dengue cases from more than a few hundreds in 2022 to almost zero today. And we've built dedicated cycling paths along Woodlands Avenue 9 and now around Woodlands Circle to keep our pedestrians safe. And these are just some of the examples of improvements we have made. Sembawang is now much more vibrant, safer, and more connected, but there is still more work to be done. My focus moving forward is clear. 1, renewing and upgrading our homes that's coming to 30 years old and our shared spaces. 2, enhancing our support for our seniors, including opening 2 new senior activity centers soon that's closer to your homes. 3, expanding outdoor programs for our young children, our youth, so that we can engage them more meaningfully and also keep them away from screen time. And 4, strengthening our mental wellness for our residents across the community. And of course, we continue to make Sembawang West a caring and healthy community and a safe and also green neighborhood for everyone. My dear Singaporeans, this upcoming election is happening at a critical moment. The world is changing. There's global uncertainty, potential recession, potential increasing unemployment, and these are all serious concerns and challenges for Singapore. Some say now is not the time for experiment. Now is the time to play it safe. But I say now is a time where we need to have bold ideas, and now is a time for us to take risks. Because as a small country like Singapore, this is the way and only way that we can overcome this looming crisis ahead of us. But this must be done by a team that has done it before, and a team that has the best interest of our Singaporeans at heart, not just reckless populists. The PAP government has time and again taken big risks in our history so as to secure the peace and prosperity of Singaporeans. And each time, we have emerged better and stronger. We have seen this in 1965, we have seen this in 1997, we've seen this in 2003, we've seen this in 2008, and of course, we've seen it all together in the recent COVID pandemic. My opponent and his party may offer bold promises, such as reducing GST to 5%, introducing minimum wage, and calling for reducing foreign PMETs sharply. But they don't explain how these proposals can be funded. Who would pay for this? And more importantly, what would be the long-term impact on our economy and our jobs? Let's be honest, money don't fall from the sky. Reducing GST without an alternative source of revenue would just mean we have to raise taxes from elsewhere. Today, 50% of Singaporeans do not pay income tax. So if we have to reduce GST to 5%, that means our residents would have to pay more income taxes. Is this what you want? Clearly, we need practical, we need balanced, we need well thought out policies to run this country well, not populist sound bites. As your MP, my commitment has always been to speak up for you, to act in your best interests, and also to deliver on what I had promised. Not just during campaign season, but every day. And I'm proud to have the support and infrastructure of our People Actions Party, which gives me the ability to turn plans into real action on ground for Sembawang West. Chapter 2 is not just about continuing what we have done, but it's about dreaming bigger. It's about reaching higher and making lives better for every resident. On 3rd May, I humbly ask for your support and your mandate. It's not just for me. It's for the future we are building together. Let's keep Sembawang West moving forward. Let's continue on this journey together as a community, as a family. And let's continue to build Sembawang West like the Singapore that we are building together. With your support, let's write the chapter 2 of Sembawang West together. Thank you. Majulah Sembawang West, Majulah PAP, and Majulah Singapura.
Thank you, Ms. Paul. Thank you, Ms. Paul. Residents of UT, are you ready? Let's welcome our second candidate from Marsiling-Yew Tee, the ever-fiery advocate, Mr. Alisam.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, friends of Marsiling-Yew Tee, Sembawang West, and Sembawang GRC. Let me first begin in Mandarin. 亲爱的居民朋友们，大家晚上好。非常高兴今天晚上看到这么多居民跟我们欢聚在一起。我们在今天是要实现在5月3号这一个政府新的使命。你们多年以来给我们的支持，给我们的肯定，我们非常非常的感恩。感谢大家多年以来给予我们的信任和委托，让我们人民行动党的党团可以服务大家，建设我们这个新加坡美好的家园。在几天前，一位反对党的候选人说，新加坡政府像一杯什么呢？白开水。他说，这杯水虽然喝起来健康，但是他喝腻了。他说太单调了。还说留久了会生什么呢？生蚊子哦。那他这个比喻当然听起来很有画面感，但是也很容易误导。我想跟大家说的是，我们人民行动党政府从来不怕白开水这个比喻。为什么呢？大家说白开水健不健康？需不需要？我们人体大部分是什么呢？是水。我们不能随随便便突然间说，哎呀，我一生中不用喝水了，我喝汽水。小弟跟大家说，汽水好喝，但是伤身体呀。留久了会发生什么事？引来蚂蚁跟蟑螂。你们要不要？不要，是不是？所以我们这60年来的建设过程当中，这一杯白开水，让我们的国家强壮，人民安心，才能因时而变，因需而动。所以我们新加坡靠的不是花言巧语，也不是糖衣炮弹 sugar coating 啊，而是一份实实在在清清白白的政策。你们说对不对？我们实现了一项项经得起时间考验，为人民着想的决定。我们不是不变，不是不变，你要喝汽水可以，喝咖啡也可以， 但是主要白开水还是很重要，还是健康的，因为我们必须稳中求进。我们不只是水啊，我们是源源不断的清泉。我们在不断的国际波动当中，滋养着国家的发展，提升人民生活的素质。大家要有味道吗？要有味道吗？要，可以。行动党政府交出了什么？交出了清廉治理、稳中求进的发展和以民为本的政策。讲到水，跟大家分享一下啊，小弟姓任，我们人氏当中有一个堂号叫水榭堂。那水榭堂的典故是什么呢？跟水有关。在东汉的时候，有一位名士叫做任堂，他隐居多年，不愿做官，他在山林中生活。但是有一天，太守就是当年的这个宰相啊，叫做刘参，他前来拜访他，但是任堂他一言不发，他只端了一杯清水，拔了一颗蟹，蟹就好像我们的葱一样，他怀里抱着他的孙子，坐在那门口。那太守立刻领会到了其中的奥妙跟深意。那一杯水是什么？那一杯水提醒官员要一清如水。那一颗蟹是提醒什么呢？要我们的官员为民抵押匪徒，拔除贪权。而抱着他的孙子有什么意义？是要我们的官员们关爱弱小，照顾孤苦无依的百姓。我们人民行动党这60年来有没有做到？这不正是我们人民行动党的所坚持的初心吗？廉洁奉公，为民除弊，照护大众。60年来，这杯白开水看似平凡，却不浑浊，从不动摇。所以朋友们啊，稳定与前进不是自然而然发生的，它需要一代又一代的人坚守岗位，默默奉献。所以我们感谢我们历代的领导，为我们新加坡创造到今天的奇迹，好不好？所以我们依然选择做那一杯白开水。我们不华丽，我们不浮夸，却清澈见底，润物无声。因为我们知道，真正的好政府不是只是吸引眼球，而是温润人心。所以感谢大家的支持，继续投人民行动党一票。So, dear residents and friends, once again, a good evening to all of you. Yesterday at the nomination center, we had an interesting exchange with a candidate from the opposition. After all the formalities were over, he turned to us and he said, and I paraphrase, "Look, we are not here to rock the boat. The government has done good work. We are just standing for democracy." Now, I appreciate his honesty. It was a respectful exchange. It was a decent exchange. But it reminded me of something really important. Because democracy is important. But democracy is not just the right to stand for election, but the responsibility to serve and to deliver when one is elected. So let us be clear. Anyone can hold up a placard and say, "I am here for democracy. But building homes, fighting inflation, creating jobs, caring for the vulnerable, ensuring that our children have a future worth dreaming for. That is the real work of democracy, not the slogans, but the substance. And so, my friends, this is what our team is for, to stand for democracy and yet deliver results for Singaporeans. And so here in Marsiling-Yew Tee, we have delivered tangible progress. You can see it with your own eyes. Everywhere around us, improvements. In Sembawang West, in Sembawang GRC as well. And that is our commitment to you. Because they are not just flashy ideas. These are things that matter to you. So I say this to you once again. Vote for a responsible government. Vote for the people who will care for you and uphold the democratic system in Singapore. And that is the PAP! Thank you. Vote for the PAP.
Thank you, Mr. Alex. Now with much warmth and wisdom and a true heart in serving Marsiling residents, let's welcome Mr. Zaki Mohamad.
A very good evening, Marsiling-Yew Tee! Thank you for joining us this evening. Matia Vanakam. Tacha wa Shanghao. Hao. Selamat malam kepada semua. Terima kasih kerana berluang masa malam ini untuk bersama kami, pasukan PAP. I feel truly privileged to stand before you once again as your candidate for Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC, together with Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, Mayor Alex Yam, and Ms. Henny. It's been a privilege to serve you since 2017. I thank residents for giving me the opportunity to serve you all these years. I've learned a lot, speaking to all of you, at my MPS, at house visits, events, on email, even social media, listening to how we can improve our environment and your concerns on national issues and policy concerns as Singaporeans. 8 years feels like a long time. When I first came to Marsiling, people would tell me, Zaki, Marsiling feels run down as much of the estate has been around for 40, 50 years. Yes, we are a mature estate, almost 50 years of it. But I've always believed in this. Why not make Marsiling a model of how a mature estate can be young again? And so we got to work. In the last 5 years, we've upgraded 34 amenities and built 19 linkways and shelters across Marsiling. And we are not done. In the next 3 years, we have an ambitious plan to further rejuvenate Marsiling. We will complete another 11 high new linkways and 24 new amenities, new playgrounds, new fitness corners, drop-off shelters, and 18-kilometer cycling path. A cycling path that links Marsiling, Woodgrove, Sembawang West and Sembawang. We are all connected. Well, of course, sadly, we will say goodbye to the old Marsiling CC, which has served us for 40 years. But next year, the new Marsiling CC will open next door, next to our upgraded hawker center and wet market. It will be the heart of our community to breathe new life into the Marsiling heartland. Over the last few months, residents have also come up to me to say that they can see the transformations, including challenging projects that we thought could not be done before, such as the lift upgrading program and connections to our new BTOs. Some of the more challenging areas of Marsiling have also seen transformation, such as our old rental flats. Many of us are familiar with blocks 3 and 4, well-known rental flats that are about 50 years old. Today, they have exteriors that are refurbished with colorful murals, new multi-purpose hall, linked to a new sky bridge with a lift for accessibility to get to the wet market, and this has been useful to seniors and the less able. Even the silver zone is up to keep our seniors safe on the road, because that's what rejuvenation looks like. But overall, residents feel the positive vibes in the north. Thomson East Coast Line has made us more accessible. Thanks to Ministry of Health and Minister Ong Kang, we now have the Woodlands Health Campus. Woodlands Polyclinic is being upgraded, and these make healthcare more accessible to all of us, for all of us. With the RTS coming, residents will find it convenient going to JB2, and this will hopefully bring and reduce jams to the estate. But Marsiling is more than just infrastructure. It's about people. We've been through thick and thin with you, continuing to serve even at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. We were here to deliver assistance to homes. We were here to deliver food and sanitizers when it mattered most. We were here to care for the most vulnerable in Marsiling-Yew Tee. At a national level, we all know how Prime Minister Wong and Minister Ong both had major roles in COVID-19 task force to keep Singapore safe. In MOM and MINDEF, where I serve, we work to help keep jobs secure, keep our workplaces safe, and also keep essential work moving so that Singapore continues to run. We have always stood by you, and we stand with you. So we know life is not easy. Whether you're living in a rental flat, or whether you're from the sandwich class, whether you're raising children or handling elderly with a tight budget, or worried about your jobs. And that's why here in Marsiling, we live by Marsiling Cares, helping 2,500 families every month with food aid and dignity. And we're not stopping there. Through programs like Comlink, we want to build the next generation. We want to give our children opportunities, confidence, and a head start in life for the next generation of Singaporeans. So just yesterday, I was at the Woodlands MRT inviting residents to this rally. I met Miss Anissa, and she reminded me that we helped her and her family of 6 siblings, and that we visited her home and provided various forms of assistance. You can catch her on my Instagram or TikTok on our rounds yesterday. Residents like her sometimes share that they didn't think anyone cared. But we, the Marsiling-Yew Tee team, want you to know that you are seen and we stand with you. I can see Marsiling rapidly becoming a neighborhood of choice for many young families. In the last few years, we've welcomed 2 new BTO precincts. In the next 5 years, we welcome 7 more. So hence, our efforts will continue. We will adapt our programs for you, whether you're young, whether you're young at heart, whether you're from the vulnerable segment, or whether you're better off. We will serve you, we will support you, and we stand with you. Please vote the PAP team for Marsiling-Yew Tee. Having served through 4 general elections, it feels like a very long time. I've seen firsthand how politics can shape a nation for better or worse. What keeps me up at night, especially during the GE, is seeing how, across the world, politics has become a source of division. Where politics end up splitting societies by racial concerns, religious beliefs, or single-cause issues. We have seen this in many parts of the world. Pro-LGBT and anti-LGBT, pro-abortion, pro-life causes, pro-Palestine, pro-Israel. Even families and friendships are torn apart just because of politics. We all have our belief systems. We all have our principles. We all also have our personal hurt and grievances. As politicians, we too face personal conflicts when we have to put national interests first, ahead of our own personal grievances and pain. But we must never allow politics to feed into this, to create division among our people. We have invested years to build peace and stability here in Singapore, which very few places in the world can say they have done so. Divisive politics is not the kind of politics that we want in Singapore. And I hope that in this general elections, we continue to respect that across all parties that are contesting. For nearly 60 years, the People's Action Party has upheld one simple, powerful principle, and that is unity. We stay clear of divisive politics. We don't play races one against the other. We don't politicize religion because we see how it can be easily exploited. We don't exploit causes that put one group against another, because we know that once unity is lost, it is very hard to get back. And that is a serious thing. We can have different views. We can debate policies. We welcome ideas and change. But let us never cross that line in politics that divides us as Singaporeans. The PAP will always stand for politics that brings people together, that builds trust, cohesion, and a common purpose. We believe in a one, united Singapore, not a fragmented one. And this is the promise we have upheld since independence, and one we will always keep. So let us stay united. Let us protect what we've built over 60 years for our families, for future generations. In 2015, PM Wong stood as a candidate for PAP in Limbang when Marsiling was formed. Tonight, a decade on, he stands here as Prime Minister. I've worked with PM Wong closely, not just in the constituency, but also in the cabinet. We've seen how capable he is in crisis situations, and he has taken us through COVID-19. He works tirelessly while the virus affected our people, our economy, and our jobs. He led our nation during difficult times, and I can confidently say that he works for you and your future. PM Wong is committed to Singapore. So one thing is clear, leadership matters. Who we choose to lead matters. Trust matters. This election is your chance to choose a team that you can count on. A vote for PM Wong in Marsiling-Yew Tee is a vote for Singapore. A vote for PM Wong is a vote for our future. Please allow me to continue in our national language. Akam Melayu kukuh di bumi, berpaut erat walaupun diuji. Tunas harapan kita semai rapi, demi bangsa terus dihormati. Saudara dan saudari sekalian, saya dengan rendah diri ingin merakamkan sedikit penghargaan kepada anda semua dan atas kerjasama dan sokongan anda kepada saya dan pucuk kepimpinan kami. Tanpa sokongan dan kerjasama anda, tidak mudah untuk kita memajukan masyarakat Melayu kita sama ada di peringkat Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC maupun negara. Sepanjang tempoh hampir 5 tahun, kita telah mengharungi pelbagai cabaran dan perubahan. Antaranya adalah COVID-19 dan kesannya serta perkembangan global yang tidak menentu. Namun, dalam tempoh ini juga kita telah menyaksikan peralihan penting pucuk pimpinan kita daripada Encik Lee Hsien Loong kepada Perdana Menteri baru Encik Lawrence Wong. Encik Wong komited untuk meneruskan usaha Encik Lee untuk memberi tumpuan sokongan yang penuh untuk memastikan kemajuan berterusan rakyat termasuk kemajuan masyarakat Singapura. Pucuk pimpinan PAP amat memahami keprihatinan dan aspirasi masyarakat Melayu Singapura, termasuk dari segi pendidikan, pekerjaan, peningkatan kemahiran dan kos kehidupan. Satu lagi yang sentiasa mendapat perhatian pemerintah PAP adalah keperluan kehidupan beragama umat Islam di Singapura. Pemerintah memberi sokongan padu kepada MUIS sebagai institusi yang memelihara dan memajukan kehidupan beragama kita. Dan mengimbas kembali sejak beberapa dekad yang lalu, kita dapat melihat sendiri dari segi kemajuan dan pencapaian ketara masyarakat Melayu, baik daripada pendidikan, pekerjaan, ekonomi maupun kehidupan beragama. Ia tidak berlaku begitu saja. Sebagai contoh, terbentuknya institusi mendaki dengan sokongan penuh pemerintah daripada 4 dekad lalu yang telah menaikkan prestasi pendidikan masyarakat Melayu kita. Antara tumpuan adalah untuk memastikan semua anak Melayu dari peringkat prasekolah hingga ke peringkat seterusnya dapat dibantu. Usaha ini saling dilengkapi dengan adanya kerjasama dari badan-badan Melayu Islam seperti AMP dan juga banyak lagi pertubuhan Melayu Islam di Singapura. Dan hasilnya ketara. Semakin ramai anak Melayu yang maju dalam pendidikan dan ini termasuk bilangan siswa Melayu yang bertambah 5 kali ganda dalam tempoh sedekad. Semakin ramai anak Melayu juga maju dalam kerjaya mereka. Bilangan hari ini yang memiliki jawatan PMET juga telah bertambah berganda-ganda. Hasilnya adalah peningkatan ketara prestasi masyarakat Melayu kita dari generasi ke generasi. Dan kita juga melihat bagaimana kehidupan kita di Singapura dengan adanya pemerintah yang stabil dan berpengalaman banyak membantu masyarakat memenuhi aspirasi ini. Komitmen sebuah pemerintah yang mahu melihat anak Melayu kita lebih berjaya dan juga masyarakat yang makmur adalah aset yang besar bagi kita. Sebagai negara kecil seperti Singapura, kita tak mampu tersilap langkah dari segi pemilihan kepimpinan yang boleh menjejas atau membinasakan kemajuan dan kestabilan dalam sekejap mata. Track record kepimpinan PAP yang berpengalaman dan berkaliber telah membuktikan hasilnya, termasuk dalam memacu kemajuan masyarakat Melayu kita. Banyak lagi akan diusahakan untuk memajukan masyarakat Melayu seiring dengan kaum lain. Di peringkat GRC pula, GRC ini sedang dinaik taraf sebagai kediaman mesra penduduk dengan penyegaran semula, kemudahan lama dan juga tambahan kemudahan baru. Oleh itu, saya dan anggota pasukan saya di GRC ini amat menghargai kepercayaan kepada kami dan pasukan kami serta Perdana Menteri untuk meneruskan berkhidmat untuk anda dan membantu memperbaiki lagi kehidupan penduduk. Jadi ayuh, bersama kita menempuh dunia yang berubah dengan azam baru bersama pemerintah dan pihak yang prihatin dan berkaliber. Pilihan bijak anda akan bakal menentukan masa depan kita dan masa depan anak-anak kita. Undilah PAP. Undilah PAP. Majulah PAP. Majulah Singapura. Sekian. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Mr. Zaki. Our special guest speaker is our anchor candidate from Sembawang GRC. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Ong Yi Kang.
Residents of Choa Chu Kang Town, of Woodlands Town, of Sembawang Town, good evening. Our translator, hand signal translator, been working really hard. Shall we give them a big round of applause? After Sembawang West was announced as an SMC, I was walking around a few weeks ago. An auntie came to me, and in fact, more than an auntie, several residents asked me, Minister Ong, are you still in charge of this area? Are we being deserted? I want to assure Sembawang West residents, you are still part of the big Sembawang family. And I would say, in fact, you are part of the big northern family. But for us to keep up these strong family ties, I need your help. You must vote for Miss Polisan. She is my close colleague. You vote for her, she becomes the MP. I can continue to work closely with her. I can continue to pay close attention to Sembawang West. But if residents vote for Dr. Chi Shun Juan and he becomes the MP, he becomes in charge, I cannot do that. I won't be able to do that. Because his job is not to work with me. His job is to challenge me. And his job is to challenge the government. I was watching one of Dr. Chi's videos. He does a lot of videos. It was one of the earlier ones. He always appears with a dark background, lighting so-so, and he will talk. He's alone. He will talk solemnly to the camera. And something he said caught my attention. Because earlier on, I said, after Sembawang West become an SMC, I say Galaxy CC will be used by Sembawang West residents. And Dr. Chi said that statement is controversial. I was puzzled, no? I scratched my head. Sembawang West residents have been using Galaxy CC for the longest time. What's wrong with continuing to allow Sembawang West residents to use it? Then in the same video, he said something else. He said there's not enough greenery in Sembawang West. So he proposed, display some flats to build a park. He doesn't seem to know that residents, we all don't just live within our political boundary, no? We actually get out, right? And for Sembawang West residents, you always go to Admiralty Park, you always take one-stop train to Bukit Canberra. That one we know. Huh? I thought about it and realized why Dr. Chi said these things. Dr. Chi doesn't want Sembawang West to be part of the bigger Sembawang family. Why? Politically, I think he knows it disadvantages him. Better for him that Sembawang West, you become a lonely island, cut off from the rest of Sembawang town. Make Sembawang West residents feel this is unfair. Make you feel upset. Make you feel angry. Then he has a chance to win the elections. When Dr. Chi decided to contest in Sembawang West, he said to residents that everything he intends to do here, he's doing it for you. It reminded me of the Bryan Adams song from Robin Hood. Everything I do for you. Maimuna, you are here. Politicians do make this kind of promise. But for Dr. Chi, I would really suggest, before he does that, he needs to give a better explanation why he abandoned Bukit Batok to come to Sembawang West. It's relevant because he abandoned Bukit Batok. Let me give a bit of background. Before 2016, Dr. Chi was in Holland, Bukit Timah. Then, 2016, there was a by-election in Bukit Batok. So he abandoned Holland, Bukit Timah and went to contest in the by-election in Bukit Batok. He lost. 2020 GE, he lost there again. Then when the Electoral Boundary Committee published its report recently, he told Bukit Batok residents, again in the video, he said, you know, I quote, you know me, I'm not going anywhere. Shortly after that, he packed up and left and came to Sembawang West. His explanation for going back on his commitment on Bukit Batok was that Bukit Batok is not there anymore because it is now part of a GRC. But the SDP is giving up Holland Bukit Timah this election, which means it has freed up resources. After 10 years of not being interested in Sembawang GRC, it is forming a team to compete and contest in Sembawang GRC. So he could have easily formed a team if he is committed to Bukit Batok to contest in the new Jurong East Bukit Batok GRC. He chose not to. It is just as well, and maybe he slipped. During one of his media doorstop interviews in Sembawang West, he said, coming to Sembawang is part of SDP's Northern Strategy. In a podcast recently, this is a podcast called Yala But, when asked why he chose to contest in the SMC, he said SMC is smaller and can cover in 3 weeks. Flyers distribute in 3 weeks. And he acknowledged if he win, it's a beachhead. From the beachhead, win it first, then strategize from there. So I think Singaporeans, Sembawang West residents, we are all very perceptive. We all already know he coming here is a calculated political move. I must say, to be fair, there's nothing wrong for making a calculated political move and switching constituencies. Nothing wrong at all. It happens in politics. But be upfront with voters. Don't tell Sembawang West residents, I'm doing it for you. Most importantly, I think he came here, but he underestimated Bolisan. I think he underestimated the strength of the family of Sembawang. So what is this contest in Sembawang West really about? It is about voting for Dr. Chi to be out of Sembawang family or voting for Bolisan to be in the family. It is also about voting for Lisan, who has been working hard for you for the past 5 years, committed to you, versus voting for Dr. Chi, who tells you everything he does it for you, when in reality, you are really part of his northern strategy. You are part of his beachhead for a further strategy in future. I believe Sembawang residents, you are fair-minded, and you know who have been working for you all these years. Now let me say a few words in Chinese. 我们行动党的候选人傅立山已经在三巴旺西服务了5年，相信这里的居民都知道，他永远带着笑容。现在他在笑啊，他像阳光一样，很友善、很快乐、很勤劳的一个议员。他的对手是民主党徐顺前博士，他在政坛30年，大家也许有听过。徐博士录了一个视频，背景是暗暗的，他一个人对着镜头说话，他指责我，他说我对居民的一个承诺有问题，因为我不久前我说三巴旺西成了单选区，但是 Galaxy 联络所继续属于三巴旺西。徐博士说这是有争议性的，我听了很 blur 嘞 ，blur， 因为三巴旺西的居民用 Galaxy 联络所用了这么多年，继续的用，有什么不对？是不是因为 Galaxy 联络所在三巴旺西单选区的外面的边缘？徐博士在视频里也说，三巴旺西缺少公园，不够绿色地带。他建议把一些竹屋拆除，改建成公园。我很吃惊啊，这样做不是要一些居民搬迁，劳师动众，有这个必要吗？多此一举啊！ 其实我们都知道啊，我们都知道，居民不是住在我们的选区单选区里面，我们会出来的。381C 的选区常常有去 Admiralty Park， 常常有去我们的五级坎贝拉，都在附近嘛。后来我想通了，徐博士他不想把这个单选区的居民啊，他不想让你们呢继续分享381集选区的设施，因为在政治上这是对他扣分、对他不利的。徐博士他的计算，尽量让381C 的居民感到孤单，觉得区内没有什么设施，觉得自己受亏待，这样他赢的机会就高了。我向381C 的居民向你们保证，你们仍旧属于381的大家庭。傅立山呢，他是我的同僚，我们会你选他，我们继续互相合作，我会继续关心381C 的居民。381镇，381镇有什么设施，大家一起享用；有什么好的计划，我们一起实行；有 RDS 到柔佛，大家一起用。还有另一点，徐顺全博士放弃了5级8度，来到381C。我觉得他还没有向选民交代好。这次大选，选区划分报告公布后，徐博士在视频上说：“大家都了解我，我不会离开5级8度。”但是说后不久，拍拍屁股就走了。徐博士说，原因是因为5级8度成为集选区的一部分，已经不在了。他说我没变。5级8度无除了，哦，但是你去5级8度，大牌烧香啊，路名烧香啊，5级8度个除，是迄人无除。徐博士这一次啊，民主党决定不在荷兰5级邦人集选区竞选，所以他们已经腾出了资源。10年以来对381集选区没有兴趣，这次组织了一个团队来角逐381集选区。他的党肯定有能力角逐雾朗东5级8度集选区，留不留在5级8度是看你要不要。现在他来到了381C，向居民说：“我在这里做什么，全是为了你。”但受媒体访问的时候，可能说漏了嘴。他说381C是民主党的北方战略。人民的眼睛是雪亮的，大家都看得出徐博士来381C的原因，这是一个政治计算啊。他对伊朗5级8度集选区觉得没有胜算，所以离开他曾经承诺的地区，来到这里。因政治计算而换选区，坦白说没有什么不对，但最少坦白的向选民交代，别说我没变，来了新的地方说我做什么都是为了你，这是对选民不坦白。381C的居民，你们的选择是什么？选富力商，大家有一个阳光灿烂、充满正能量，为居民的利益为出发点的一个好议员。选徐顺全博士呢，他上载的那个视频，我觉得光线不足啊，我们看得不清楚，里面说的话也很难明白他的用意。选富力山，大家将继续是381大家庭的一部分。选徐顺全381C， 将变成一个孤独的荒岛。我相信3·8旺的居民都是公正的。这些年来，这么多年来，谁为你们做事，大家心知肚明。今晚我跟大家说这些，是希望大家小心投票，请3·8旺7的居民把票投给富力山。他绝对不会把3·8旺西的居民当成他的政治战略，他说到做到，会尽力向大家效劳。Now let me speak in English again. A global trade war has broken out. We are facing a looming job crisis, a confidence crisis. It's preoccupying the PAP government, even as we have to undergo a general elections. In the meantime, the opposition is throwing out all kinds of ideas that the crisis is overblown. The government is just scaremongering. In the meantime, let's subsidize health insurance 100%. Let's remove the price of land in HDB prices, cut GST, and to pay for it, increase wealth tax, which is really increasing your property tax, and then use more of the reserves. Imagine after GE, just imagine, after the GE, opposition takes over government, and all these proposals become realities and appear in newspaper headlines all over the world. What will it do to Singapore's standing? What will it do to our international credibility? Will people still see Singapore as a prudent, responsible government, or they think Singapore has gone crazy, turned populist, and spendthrift? I think that will be the outcome, and we will be punished. This happened in the UK some years ago, when then Prime Minister Liz Truss became Prime Minister, and she announced a set of policies that international community and investors thought was reckless. So the investors dumped the British pound, and British pound went down. Likewise, if we implement all these irresponsible policies now, investors can dump the Singapore dollar. Today, Singapore and ringgit is 3 plus ringgit to 1 Singapore dollar. When you dump the Singapore dollar, become 2 to 1, become 1 to 1. Is that what we want? You know, there was a famous line in our political history. You will know who said it. It says, "This is not a game of cards. This is your life and my life." And what we are witnessing now is exactly what treating politics like a game of cards look like. Now, not many people play cards. Huh? People play video games. I think we should update this saying. That this is not a video game. This is your life and my life. The PAP government takes this looming crisis seriously. Several of the 4G ministers who have tackled crisis before, we know what to do. We have a strategy going forward. For me, I've goyok for Polisang for a long time. I've goyok myself for a while. For me, I've been in public service for 30 years. I've been to transport, education, defense, MAS, NTUC, Manpower, and now health. One of the toughest things I've done in the last 30 years is the fight against COVID-19 crisis. It was 5 years ago when we had the circuit breaker. Still remember? 5 years ago, circuit breaker. I think we can still remember the fear, the anxiety, and the worry. People are worried. Am I going to be safe? Will I end up in ICU? You wonder, is it safe for my children to go to school? You wonder, will I ever get to travel again and take a plane? Can I hold on to my jobs? Those doing business, will my business close shop? Will I able to continue to buy things from eggs to Maggie me, to toilet paper. Remember all that? Those were the fearful days. I'd gone through 3 ministries during COVID-19 pandemic. When it happened, I was the Minister for Education. We have an immediate decision. Do we keep schools open or close? I went through the data personally, looked at it carefully. I was convinced this virus attacked older people. Younger people, no. Children, quite safe. So we were therefore determined, let's keep schools open. Let's get education continue. Let's allow parents put their kids in school, they can continue to go to work. As a result, our children did not suffer from a break in education. All around the world, they closed schools. Politically, it's the easier thing to do. In some countries, schools were closed for over a year. And this has lasting damage on the kids, even up to now, especially for kids from vulnerable background. But we kept schools open throughout. We protected our children. We kept their hopes alive. Then we have a GE, and I went to Ministry of Transport. When I went to Ministry of Transport, what shocked me was Changi Airport has become a ghost town. SIA has grounded all their flights. It's scary, yes. I was very worried at that time. Even if economy open again, will Changi Airport still be the same? If it's not the same, Singapore cannot be the same. So what did we do? We vaccinated all our pilots, we vaccinated all the airport staff, the air crew, and we tell other countries, other territories, if we are safe, you are safe, let's open an air route between us, and we call it an air travel bubble. Let's try that. I tried that with Hong Kong. Every time I try, the bubble bursts. Because either they have a cluster or we have a cluster. But you know, the world noticed that we tried. They know that we are determined that Changi will reopen, Changi will be thriving again, SIA will fly again. So when COVID finally subsided and we opened the economy, we had a V-shaped recovery. Today, the passenger traffic of Changi is back to pre-COVID days. At Ministry of Health, I became the co-chair of the multi-ministry task force, worked closely with Prime Minister Lawrence Wong and DPM Gan Kim Yong. It was a grueling period. We had to protect, we have 2 missions. One mission, protect the hospitals. Make sure it doesn't get overwhelmed. Because if it's overwhelmed with COVID patients, many people die. Not just COVID patients, normal patients will die because hospitals are overwhelmed. So if we need to, we must impose social restrictions, prevent the virus from spreading. Second mission, secure vaccine supply. Administer to as many people as possible, then reopen Singapore. So we came out of the crisis, we declared DOSCON Green, February 2023. Till today, MOH celebrate February 2023, DOSCON Green Day, just like we celebrate Total Defense Day. We suffered casualties. There were deaths. But far less people died in Singapore compared to the rest of the world. The whole world could see Singapore's response to COVID-19 was different and effective because government and people trusted each other. Government and people worked together. You know and I know, in a crisis, leadership matters. This is the PAP. PAP is the team that you relied on during COVID-19 crisis. PAP is the team that stood between Singaporeans and the fear, the uncertainty that engulfed the world during COVID-19. The people, in turn, kept faith with the leaders and did their part. Together, we succeeded. But we do not have much time to celebrate. Now, another looming crisis might be before us. Once again, people and government, we must resolve to work together. Our tagline, new resolve, secure the future. This new resolve is not just the PAP's resolve, it's our resolve as a people, as Singaporeans. Your vote this time is about what kind of leaders, what system of governance you want at this time, when the peace and prosperity we have known for most of adult life is now under risk. I say, this is no time for political experiment. We already have a system that I think is stable and works well. A competent ruling party that can act decisively for Singaporeans, with checks and balance from the opposition in Parliament. It's a system that is stable and works well for Singaporeans. There is no chance of an opposition wipeout in this GE. So vote for what works. Vote for stability. Vote to ensure that Singapore remains safe and stable, even if the world is in turmoil. Residents of the North, this GE is a test for all of us. And we must fly, we must pass with flying colors to build a better life for ourselves, for your children, and for mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ong. All right, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. The anchor candidate for Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC. Our loudest welcome to Prime Minister Mr. Lawrence Wong.
Residents of Marsiling-Yew Tee, Sembawang, Sembawang West, good evening. Salam sejahtera, kalai vanakkam, dajiao wan shang hao. Welcome to the first PAP rally in the 2025 general elections. I've decided to do it here, right at home in Marsiling-Yew Tee Woodlands Stadium. You've seen my teammates, Zaki, Alex, and Henny, our Marsiling-Yew Tee team. Tonight, I also invited two guests from our neighbors, Yikang and Polisan, because we are the PAP team in the north. The SDP may have a northern strategy, but the PAP is ready to challenge them and take them on. So whether you are in Sembawang, Sembawang West, or Marsiling or Yew Tee, the PAP is contesting against who? The SDP. Same team. Residents across the north will have to choose between the PAP and the SDP. And we ask all of you to vote for the PAP. Before I get too carried away, let me say some words in our national language in Malay. I will continue in Mandarin and then I come back to English later. Saudara-saudari sekalian, saya berbahasa hati dapat bersama anda di Marsiling-Yew Tee. Terima kasih kerana menyokong saya sejak 2015. Ini kali pertama saya bertanding dalam pilihan raya sebagai Perdana Menteri dan sebagai Ketua Parti. Saya harap anda akan berikan saya dan pasukan saya peluang untuk terus berkhidmat kepada anda. Sebagai Perdana Menteri, saya telah lakukan yang terbaik menangani isu-isu yang dekat di hati anda. Saya banyak berbincang bersama masyarakat Melayu Islam kita. kami menangani isu-isu penting masyarakat Melayu Islam, memperkukuh pendidikan madrasah, membina masjid-masjid baharu, menyokong kemajuan anda sebagai sebuah masyarakat gemilang. Kami menangani isu-isu nasional. Saya tahu kos sara hidup membimbangkan anda. Sebab itulah kami umumkan pakej yang menyeluruh dalam belanjawan. Ini termasuk baucer CDC, baucer SG60, bayaran tunai dan rebat bil api air. Keluarga biasa akan menerima bantuan kira-kira $5,000 tahun ini. Dan golongan berpendapatan rendah menerima lebih banyak. Kami memantau keadaan ini dengan teliti. Kami sedia lakukan lebih banyak jika keadaan lebih teruk. PAP akan sentiasa bersama anda untuk menyokong anda. Selama lebih 60 tahun, PAP telah bersama-sama anda. Kini, keadaan dunia semakin bergelora. Tiada sesiapa dapat jangkakan masa hadapan. Tetapi, dari hari ke hari, ada banyak berita yang membimbangkan. Ekonomi kita akan mengalami kelembapan, menjejas pekerjaan dan pendapatan. Masalah ini boleh berpanjangan. Makanya pilihan raya kali ini sangat penting. Setiap kali berlakunya krisis, rakyat Singapura sentiasa boleh bergantung kepada PAP untuk memimpin dengan tenang dan yakin. Saya dan pasukan saya telah berusaha bersama anda untuk mengarungi pandemik COVID. Maka, apabila krisis baharu mendatang, saya katakan, jangan takut. Kita akan haruninya dan bangkit lebih kuat bersama-sama. Untuk berbuat demikian, kami perlukan sokongan anda. Jadi berilah peluang kepada saya dan pasukan saya untuk berkhidmat sebaik mungkin untuk anda. Berilah peluang yang terbaik kepada anda dan keluarga anda untuk menjamin masa hadapan yang lebih cerah untuk semua. Undilah saya dan pasukan PAP saya. Undilah PAP.各位选民朋友们，大家晚上好。今晚非常荣幸来到马西岭游池。这是人民行动党的第一场竞选集会，而我选择马西岭游池作为起点，因为这里对我来说意义非凡。我在这里服务了10年，从2015年起，非常感谢大家多年来的支持，谢谢你们。有人跟我说，你不用怕，你是总理，你在这里服务了10年，这次的大选肯定是10拿9稳，包赢的。可是我从来不把选民的支持当作理所当然，假设自己一定会当选。同样的，我也不假设行动党一定能组织政府。除了一个选区的议员自动当选， 其他的选区都有人竞选。对我来说，没有选区是包赢的，每一区都是一场硬战。因此，我和我的团队会尽我们的能力，赢得你们的信任，争取你们的支持。1年前接下领导棒子时，我向大家保证，肯定不会满足于现状，而是会努力让国人过更美好的生活。过去1年里，我走访了所有的选区，接触很多居民，倾听你们的心声。我和我的团队不断改进政策，让你们的生活更好。比如说，在照顾年长者方面，我们提供更多医药津贴，看护者也获得更多的支持和帮助，减轻他们的负担。我们在全岛推出乐龄活动中心，让年长者能够保持身心活跃。此外，我们也为家长减轻养儿育女的压力，包括推出更多新竹屋，并确保租屋价格是负担得起的。而最近，我们也提供更多育儿假期，让家长有更多时间陪伴孩子们长大。拥有更多孩子的家庭也能够得到更多帮助。生活费上涨是大家关心的课题，我也明白大家的担忧。在今年的财政预算案，我推出了很多应对措施，包括更多的 CDC 邻里购物券，我们的 SG60 购物券，还有水电费回扣，你们都应该听到了，对吗？今年可以得到多少的邻里购物券呢？你们知道吗？有没有人要喊答案？整年是800元，每个家户800元的邻里购物券。还有 SG60， 每个国人21岁以上是600或者是800块，60岁以上就是800块。所以你算起来，一个有2个小孩的家庭可以在这个财政预算获得大约5000元的帮助，而低收入家庭可以获得更多帮助。这些不是一次性的措施，我们会继续帮助大家，减轻你们的负担。而如果经济情况恶化，我们会提供更多帮助。我们能够这么做，我们可以提供全面的帮助，是因为行动党明白未雨绸缪的重要性。就是说，我们放眼未来，不要等到下雨了才忙着找雨伞来遮雨，那个时候太迟了。在阳光普照的时候，我们已经准备好雨伞，随时为你遮风挡雨。而我和我的团队会继续这么做，度过眼前的难关，绝不放弃。过去60年，行动党在你的左右，见证新加坡的发展。我们一再以行动来证明，可以带领新加坡前进，应对种种的挑战。无论是97年的亚洲金融危机，2003年的 SARS 疫情，还是2008年的全球金融危机，我们都一一克服，迎难而上。 几年前我们也战胜了冠状病毒的疫情，现在眼前的挑战我看是更大，我们也应该以同样的魄力排除万难。当我在去年接下领导棒子时，我已经知道这个是一项重大的责任。可是随着国际局势的恶化，危机四伏，我的担子更重了。所以我尽了我最大的能力，组织了一个经验丰富又勇于创新的一个团队。我和我的团队需要您的支持，才能为国家、为你们效劳。这次的大选，大家手中的一票将决定政府是否有能力应对未来的挑战，是否能够确保明天会更好。新加坡的未来就由你们决定。希望大家给我和我的团队一个机会，为您服务。请大家投我和我的行动党团队一票。我们会和你并肩作战，带领新加坡走出眼前的暴风雨，直到雨过天晴。我们会全力以赴，为您和您的家人争取一个更美好的未来。谢谢大家。Friends and residents, once again, I'm happy to be here for the PAP's first rally of this general election. I chose to begin it here because this place holds special meaning for me. All of you warmly welcomed me when I first stood here in 2015 when the GRC was formed. We have walked this journey together for 10 years. Thank you for your trust and support. Thank you for supporting my team. As I mentioned at the beginning, tonight I'm here with my Marsiling-Yew Tee team, with guests from Sembawang. We are all the PAP team from the north, and we are here to ask for your support of the PAP. This is a significant election for you and for Singapore. It comes at a critical moment when the world is in flux and when there are profound changes all around us. You can see turbulence everywhere, especially with tariffs and trade barriers going up. But of course, when you listen to the opposition, some of them say the PAP is exaggerating. We are fear-mongering. Have you heard that? Do you believe them? Really? This is fear-mongering? You just speak to any business in Singapore. They are very worried. Some of the businesses export directly to America. Others run factories in Southeast Asia or China, and which in turn exports to the US. All of them are badly impacted. But even those that are not directly exposed are very worried. Because the rules keep on changing. The announcements by the US keep on shifting. First, they had the US tariff announcement. That got everybody very scared. Then they said postpone for 90 days. But the sky-high tariffs between America and China remain. It's 145%, 125%. How to do business between America and China with this kind of tariffs? And recently, you may have read the news, America imposed even higher tariffs on solar imports from a few ASEAN countries. How high? 3,500%. 3,500%. How to sell anything at that kind of tariff? And there are still tariffs to come because they have not yet announced the tariffs for pharmaceuticals and semiconductors. These are industries which are important to Singapore. And no one knows what will happen after 90 days because now there's a pause for 90 days, but what happens after that, no one really knows. So in this environment, it is really very hard for companies to plan or to invest. Global demand is falling, and this is impacting everyone. And so companies have to tighten their belts. We engage companies, they tell us this, whether it's a local company, it's a foreign company, all of them are worried. In the north, you see many manufacturing companies, they are all very concerned. Many will have to hold back on their new investments. They may even have to cut back on existing operations. So we expect our economy to slow, and we don't rule out a recession. And all this will impact on wages and jobs. Our bigger worry is that the impact is not just 1 year. It may go beyond a year. Because I've spoken to many counterparts across countries everywhere. And the consensus from all of them is clear. The world has changed. No one exactly knows what lies ahead, but everyone agrees we will not go back to how things were in the past. We will go through a very messy and unpredictable transition, which can last for years. And in this transition, many things can go wrong. Let me share just two concerns we have. First, American multinational enterprises based here. They are a big part of our economy. They hire many Singaporeans. And many of them, these companies are in semiconductors and pharmaceuticals, the two industries where America says they want to raise tariffs. A few of them have told us if the tariffs are imposed and if this were to continue, they may have to start thinking whether or not to continue business here or maybe go back to America. And if this happens, the impact will be huge on our economy. Take another concern, US-China tensions and the rivalry between the two powers. Both countries say they won't force others to choose sides. It's okay, you can stay friends. But in fact, each one of them want countries to be closer to them. That is the reality. How do we stay friends with America and China and avoid getting caught in the crossfire? Can we continue to have high-tech American firms and high-tech Chinese firms here in Singapore? We have been doing so, but will one day someone says, look, you have to choose. You either choose high-tech American firms or you choose high-tech Chinese firms. If we have to do so, the consequences will be disastrous for everyone. So, if you hear any political party tell you that these challenges are not that serious, you have to ask yourself, are they really serious? Are they seriously looking out for your well-being? Other people, other political parties may downplay the risk, but I assure you, the PAP will never do so. We will face the challenges head-on with Singaporeans because we will never gamble with your lives, your jobs, and your future. In this changed world, the PAP will stay true to our values. We will serve with integrity, we will act with foresight, and we will always put Singaporeans at the center of everything we do. In this election, you will hear many alternative ideas, and we always stay open to ideas. Some ideas may sound appealing at first. You heard some of them from my colleagues just now, highlighting what the opposition have said, but in fact, not all of these ideas are sound. Often, people will ask for or put up proposals for the government to subsidize more, to spend more, and to make things more affordable. Sometimes people tell me too, just spend more, loosen the purse strings, it's okay, spend more. In fact, we have been spending more. Social spending in our budget every year has been rising significantly on social areas like healthcare, education. In fact, social spending is already the largest item in our budget. It's even higher than defense spending. So we will continue to spend more and we will continue to do more, but we will do so carefully. If we weaken our public finances, the burden will only fall on our children and the next generation. If we mismanage the economy, investor confidence will fall, our economy will suffer, and our incomes will stagnate. So I assure you, so long as the PAP is in charge, I give you my word, we will continue to manage our economy well. We will harness our resources effectively to serve you and to stay ahead of the changes around us. To do all that, I need a good team in government. I have a good team in my cabinet today. They say that government is about teamwork, and it is. But the individuals in the team do matter greatly. You look at some of the key members in my team today, like Gan Kim Yong. During COVID, we worked together. At the start, he was my co-chair. During the initial moments of fighting COVID, when there was so much uncertainty, so much concerns and worries, we were literally on the phone every day. We probably spoke more to one another than we did to our respective spouses. We had long discussions about how to control the virus, and then later whether or not to introduce a circuit breaker and for how long. All so many difficult decisions to make. But throughout the process, he was experienced, he was steady, and I could always depend on him for good advice and counsel. And now he's my deputy and he's my right-hand man. And I depend on him for so many things, to chair our new Economic Resilience Task Force to deal with the current uncertainties, and of course, to helm our PAP campaign at the new Punggol GRC. So give him our full support. Or Chan Chun Sing. He was in MTI during COVID. He's reliable, he gets things done, and because of his SAF background, he is very good with large-scale operations. And remember at that time, as you heard from Yi Kang just now, we were also worried about not being able to get toilet paper, Maggi mee. Those were not so important, actually, but still we were scrambling. But they were far more important items, like masks and medical supplies. We were very worried if countries start to put restrictions, will we be able to get enough supplies of our own? He took charge of that effort, of course, working with the entire team, focused on our supply chains and made sure we had access to all the essential items during COVID. So he made a difference. And then, of course, we have my good friend and former colleague in the civil service, Mr. Ong Yi Kang. He went through 3 ministries, education, transport, and then health. But in transport, he had the most difficult job. Because some of us wanted to keep the virus out. He wanted to build the links So how do you manage? You want to keep the virus up, you put the barriers, but Transport Minister wants to keep Changi Airport running, you want to build air links. So how do you manage the tensions? So he came up with the idea of the air travel bubble. And never mind that the bubble kept bursting. We keep trying, and eventually we are able to get things moving. And today, Changi Airport is back in business again. Or take a newcomer like Tan See Leng. He joined us after the last election, 2020. He went straight to work at the Ministry of Manpower. He rolled up his sleeves. He brought his private sector expertise and hands-on mindset to bear in our fight against COVID, especially in managing the migrant worker dormitories. And now he is taking that same can-do spirit to serve residents in Choa Chu Kang GRC. We talk about teamwork, but really, without individuals like them, my team would not be what it is today. I appreciate and value every single member in the team. At the same time, leadership renewal is important and it is necessary. And you know that in this election, several veterans are stepping down. Yes, Heng Swee Kiat, Teo Chee Hian, Ng Eng Hen, for example. I will miss all of them. And we owe them a big debt of gratitude for all that they have done for Singapore. Some people ask me, why don't you ask them to stay on a bit longer since they are so experienced? Indeed, if I were to take a very narrow perspective, I would like them to stay. But I cannot just focus on my needs today. I also have to think about your future and Singapore's future. And so difficult as it is, I have to let them step down so that they can make way for new people to come in. And we can refresh, rejuvenate, renew our team. And that is also why I have worked so hard over the past year or so to recruit, attract new people to join us and to renew the party and to renew our leadership team. Some of the candidates that I have brought in this time are people I worked with closely during COVID. Like David Neo, you may have seen him, former Chief of Army. When we had the huge outbreak in the migrant worker dormitories, remember? It started flaring up, out of control. The task force had to ask the SAF to come in to help. It was not possible for us to handle it on our own. So we asked SAF to come in. David was the SAF commander who helped to oversee the COVID operations in the dorms. So he directed the operations within the SAF, but he also ensured close coordination with the other government agencies. I saw him up close in action, and I know he's someone who will serve with courage and honor, and I'm glad he agreed to step forward. Another person I worked with in COVID is Dinesh Vasudash. Dinesh is the man in charge of our vaccination operations. Again, you would remember during COVID, we were able to get on the queue early. We put in our orders and we got the vaccines. We were one of the first few countries to get the vaccines here in Singapore. But then we had to work out who gets the vaccines first. How do you roll them out? How do you implement? And how do you persuade seniors to come forward to get themselves jabbed? It was not an easy undertaking, but Dinesh worked out the plans, he briefed the cabinet, got our approval, and then he implemented them effectively on the ground. Many other countries also had vaccines, but they couldn't get the vaccinations done on time. In Singapore, we could, and it's because of his leadership. So these are two very good men whom I'm glad have agreed to step forward, and if they are elected, they will have the potential to be more than backbenchers. They will have the potential to take on office in government. Both individuals will face fierce contests in their own constituencies in Tampines and East Coast, and I hope Singaporeans will support them and their teams, because they will help strengthen the PAP team significantly. And Singaporeans will end up with a stronger team to serve you, a stronger team that will take Singapore forward, not just for the next 5 years, but for the next 10, 15, 20 years. But I didn't just talent scout from the public service or from the people I worked with. I also tried to recruit candidates from all sectors, from diverse professional backgrounds. One of them is Bernadette Giam in Sengkang now. She's a director at Creative Eateries, a local food and beverage company where she oversees strategic initiatives and business developments. And despite her busy schedules, she still finds time to advocate for women, seniors, and youth issues. And if you saw the video going around from yesterday's nomination center, she even made the effort to speak and learn Tamil and speak in Tamil. Or you have Syed Harun Al-Habshi. He's a psychiatrist and a community leader. I met him at a Malay-Muslim event, interacted with him. He spoke about mental health, something that the government has been focusing on and which is championing. I was impressed with what he said and thought him to be a very sensible person. Later on, the party invited him for tea, and we are very happy that he has agreed to step forward. So this year, we have 32 new faces in the PAP. It's the most we have in recent general elections. I'm proud of all our new candidates because they are capable individuals, but most importantly, because they are people with integrity and the heart to serve all of you. With these new additions, we will have an effective team, a more effective team in the PAP to weather the storm ahead. We will have a fresh team combining experience with new perspectives. And we will have a stronger team united by a new resolve to serve you, support you, and stand with you. As a team, our first and most urgent priority is to tackle economic uncertainties that we are facing now, especially to address your concerns over cost of living and jobs. Cost of living, the issue started earlier because of wars in Europe and the Middle East, global supply chain disruptions, and now made worse because of tariffs and trade wars. And that's why I had announced a comprehensive set of measures for everyone in the budget. You have CDC, SG60 vouchers, utility rebates, and many more. A typical family of 4 with 2 young children can receive around $5,000 in support this year. So the measures will help to cushion any short-term impact. But we will not stop here. We are monitoring the situation closely, and if the conditions worsen, we will step up our support. And we will provide the support for as long as it is needed. So don't worry, this is not just a one-year budget. We will do whatever we need to make sure you are well supported. We are also very focused on jobs. In fact, Gan Kim Yong's committee is working on this now. The task force is working on this. With them is the Secretary General of NTUC, Ng Chee Meng. They are coordinating efforts with the tripartite partners. We know businesses may stop hiring, or worse, they may lay off workers. We know students are concerned, fresh graduates are concerned. They are not sure if you can get jobs when you graduate, or if you can build up your careers. So we are studying what additional measures will be needed, especially if conditions worsen. how we can help businesses retain their workers, help job seekers find jobs, help fresh graduates get jobs with traineeships and skills upgrading opportunities. We've done this before in COVID. We know what to do, and we will prepare these drawer plans, and if the need arises, we will activate them. Besides these immediate concerns, we will continue planning for our shared future. This is the PAP way. We don't just fight fires. We plan ahead and we never stop building a better Singapore with you. So we will continue to review and update our policies to make sure they serve you better. We have good systems today. You look at education, housing, healthcare, retirement. By international standards, what we have is quite good. In fact, officials from around the world come here. They want to learn from us. We share with them what we do, and they are very keen to pick up the key features of our system and bring it back home to their own countries. But I firmly believe that what we have today can always be better. Because circumstances change, technology advances. What was not viable before can become possible today and in the future. So my assurance to you is this: we will never cruise along. We will never be satisfied with the status quo today. We will keep on improving. We will keep on doing better. We will keep on improving your lives. That's what Forward Singapore is about. We have started this already with Healthier SG, revamping education, new HDB classification system, and many changes. But this is just the beginning. We have much more to do. And with your mandate, we will go further in our next term. You can find our key plans in our manifesto. Let me just highlight one or two of them. For example, on housing, we've ramped up supply of BTO flats after the disruptions of COVID. It's better now, and I am very confident because we are building so many flats, the situation will stabilize soon. Once that happens, we will be able to review our policies, including on the income ceiling to buy new flats, and also access for singles buying BTO flats, so that more Singaporeans can purchase affordable BTO flats. Or take another example, long-term care. All of us with elderly parents are worried because how do we care for our seniors? Many of them want to age in place. They don't want to go to a nursing home, and we shouldn't put them in a nursing home. But what do we do to care for them? We've introduced community care apartments, studio apartments with care facilities within the same block. But we can't build enough new apartments to meet the demand. So we need a different model that will allow seniors to continue living where they are, but with easy access to the support they need. And that's something that we are working on, and we will be able to share more with you in the next term, in the coming years. So these are just some examples, and they represent what my team and I plan to do and pledge to do for you. We will not stand still. We will keep on doing better. We will engage, listen to your suggestions, and we will continually strive to do better for you and to build a brighter future for you. This is the PAP's promise. This is my promise to you. This is our renewed resolve to all Singaporeans. I know some Singaporeans want the PAP to continue to govern, but they say, let's also have some alternative voices in Parliament. I understand this sentiment. In fact, we already have a sizable opposition in Parliament today. The number of opposition MPs have increased steadily, election after election, and in the last GE, the numbers almost doubled. So the opposition is here to stay, and they are determined, they really want to grow. You look at the Workers' Party, most of their MPs are staying put in their wards to secure their seats in Parliament, the existing MPs. As one of their candidates said, these are their safe seats. So Workers' Party has safe seats. So they stay put in their safe seats. Their new candidates are fielded elsewhere so that they can break new ground, hopefully, and they can increase their seats in Parliament. You have a new opposition party. You may have heard of them, RDU, Red Dot United. They are mounting a strong fight. In fact, they have the second highest number of candidates after the WP. RDU, a very new party, the second highest number of candidates at 15. And then you have the other opposition parties, PSP, SDP, NSP. They all are pushing hard, each one contesting at least 10 seats. You add them all up, WP, RDU, PSP, SDP, NSP, it is a formidable challenge. And that's why from the beginning I've said it will be a tough contest, and I don't assume the PAP will automatically win. And that's why we will work extra hard to earn your confidence and trust. The opposition also says don't give a blank check for the PAP. Yes, look at the PAP candidates, consider them carefully. But I would also say, don't give the opposition a free pass. Apply the same standards to them as you do to the PAP in terms of integrity, competence, and readiness to serve. Choose individuals of character whom you believe will serve you, your family, your constituency, and our nation well. And remember, above all, when the election is over, after all the excitement, the real contest is not the PAP versus the opposition. It is Singapore versus the world. It is our little red dot versus a dangerous and troubled world. There will be many external forces that pull our population in different directions. You look at global developments, war in Europe, war in Gaza, in the Middle East. Something can happen in our part of the world in Asia. People will have different views about these developments. Under normal circumstances, we can discuss them and we can forge a national consensus. But in the heat of an election campaign, it is easy for issues to get stirred up. And if we are not careful, this can be exploited, and we will end up pitting Singaporeans one against another. We will end up dividing and weakening us. So I say to all political parties in this election, let's make sure that in everything we do, we always uphold multiracial politics. Do not inflame sensitive issues. Make sure that politics stops at the water's edge, meaning when it comes to our national interests, our sovereignty, our security, our place in the world, don't use domestic politics to divide Singaporeans. There must be unity. Because whatever our differences, at the end of the day, we are all Singaporeans first and foremost. And it's only by standing together that we can survive in this contested and fractured world. Friends, a year ago, I took on the responsibility of serving you as Prime Minister. It is a duty I take to heart, and I will do my very best to serve you and your families and our country. I take this commitment seriously, even more so now when our world has changed and our future is more uncertain than before. I believe the Singapore story is a miracle. You know, this year we have SG60. 60 years ago, no one gave us a chance. In fact, many said Singapore wouldn't make it. But we proved them wrong. Not everything was perfect. The PAP didn't get everything right, but we did get most things right. And we worked with you hand in hand every step of the way to build this nation together. Now, like then, 60 years ago, there will be skeptics and cynics who say we can't make it. I say let's prove them wrong again. With your support and working together, we will keep our Singapore miracle going for as long as possible. Over the last 60 years, we have gone through so many crises together. The Asian financial crisis, SARS, the global financial crisis, and in the last term, my team and I worked with you to tackle COVID. What happened then seems like a bad dream now. In fact, there were some periods in those dark days when I really worried that we will not get through it safely. But each time, my interactions with fellow Singaporeans on the front line reinforced my faith. Faith that we are strongest when we stand together. Faith that we will always prevail no matter the odds. So, my fellow Singaporeans, this being my first election as Prime Minister and as Secretary General of the PAP, I ask you, please give me and my team a chance to do our best for you. Together, let us fly our Singapore flag high. Together, let us secure a brighter future for you, your loved ones, and for Singapore. Majulah Singapura! Majulah PAP! Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Now, we'd like all speakers for tonight to come to the front of the stage for our finale segment.
Okay, everyone, with spirit, let's give our loudest PAP cheers for the success of the party. Repeat after me. Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Last one for all of Northwest to be heard. Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
We all thank you and have a good night.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. We've come to the end of our rally. Thank you for being in such a great audience, and we wish you a good evening. Please follow the police instructions for the dispersal. Those who are going back by a bus, follow the buses to go back. Thank you so much.
All the best for you, Prime Minister. Hey, all the best for you. PM Wong. PM Wong. I got a drawing. I want to post for you. Thank you very much. Welcome. I got a drawing for Mr. Wong as well. Thank you.
I should put the camera on. Yes, I should put the camera on.
Want me to go?
Bring the camera down. Yeah, you also cannot go in one. Too crowded already.
What shot you get?
Huh? They haven't stopped in our offside.
Dave, what shot you having?
Group shot lah.
Good shot, yeah.
Cannot see lah. Yeah. How big is it? Thank you so much. I'll see you on 26. Do you need anything else? This will just